Hello, and welcome back to another episode of NorthKaKChat, y'all. We gonna have a good show. I'm your host, Curtis McKoy, and these are my co-hosts, Craig Tone and my man Kenny McKoy.
Man, you forget
This
about
week,
us?
I know I ain't forget about it. This week we're gonna be reviewing a couple topics. Uh, Developing, what I'm saying, talking about developing the kids today. Um, just stuff, how life experiences and our necessary growth over time. We look back on our lives and wonder why we put ourselves through these troubles and wonder how to communicate communicate those shortcomings to the next line. So let's sit back, everybody relax, and let's just have this show of another little show of NorthKaKChat. All right, fellas. Craig Tone, what's happening, man? What's going on today?
What's happening?
Yeah.
You know, so I was reading the news, and it just so happens that I might get in trouble for some stuff I did last week. Driving down the streets in Charlotte up there, you always go past the exits to the highway, and you see people standing on the little center aisle trying to get their get some money so they can get them some food and some stuff like that. So I gave a guy $20 last week, but it turns out that today, when I look in the news, that the councilman, the whole council, is looking to put a stop to that kind of thing, right? They believe that you shouldn't be donating to the homeless directly. They believe that you should be giving it to the organizations that are meant to help people. But we all know that that's not what actually happens.
I mean, we that's why they homeless, because some money is not reaching them.
Yeah.
I don't get this. And I tell people really and truly,
But
be
hold
careful.
on now, because it was real disrespectful. I think some of the comments that the councilman made is he said that you don't need to be giving these people money because they're out there spending it on themselves, kind of like insinuating that they're all spending it on drugs to make themselves feel good.
What?
Right.
Come on, bro. Seriously? All of them out there ain't getting high. Some of them really need mental help. And some of them are using drugs because they have problems, and that's the only way that they can soothe it. I don't know. But I'm not finna look down on them because they, you know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of times people, how dare you, the city council sit up there and say they gonna make a rule where you can't give them no money, but they want you to give the money to them so they can give to them. Does that make any sense?
Listen to this direct quote.
No.
I think we need a heavier dose of tough love amongst this community, especially amongst those who continually give money, food, and clothing directly to folks instead of giving it to organizations that are designed to help them with their issues. Is there going to be a strategy that isn't kids' gloves to approach this at some point? Because it's getting worse and worse and worse.
I don't see those organizations out there giving out coats and nothing like that, or trying to help these people get in there when it's cold.
Right, because they've literally existed this whole time. And it's still happening.
Sometimes people who have money just don't understand. They are oblivious to the fact of somebody even being broke, because they will never understand that concept of being broke, and not because they look at it and be like, hey man, just get yourself together, or that old saying, pull yourself up by the bootstrap. That's crazy.
But you know what it really is they're trying to get all this tourist money, right? And you don't want people standing around asking for money all over the place. So they trying to get them out of the out of the view of the public. They don't care about these people. Like, I'm pretty sure they just kicked out a whole bunch of people from the tent village or whatever just recently, where they just living in peace, told them to get off the land. So I don't know what they expect. I don't know, but nothing's going to change.
I can't see not get money. Letting this pass. There's no way. I really like to see who started this movement as far as the homeless is concerned. Whoever it is, we need to check their blood level, because there's no morale. I mean, there's no moral compass there for that person. I mean, it's to the point where some of these people behind closed doors, I don't think they have a soul. How you gonna? Yeah. We're human. We're supposed to look out for each other. You're not doing your job as a city council member or somebody with money, and you're not helping these people or not trying to help these people. You look at these people as a black flag on your state, but it's really not. It's really not that. These people need help. They need mental and financial help. Mental being the first help you can give somebody like that. I guarantee you, if you took, give me $10 million, I'll fix your problem. I'll fix your problem, and you won't have to worry about them no more. I'm gonna build something huge to where they can live in and prosper, but you ain't got to worry about them no more. Instead of condemning us as somebody that's being kind to these people and just lending a hand. I mean, if you go do something with that money that I give you, that's your fault. I've learned not to repeat myself by giving it to the same person. But as far as like just lending a hand out, what right is you to tell me to stop that? I'm helping somebody. Yeah. I need to check your moral.
I mean, it's almost to the point to where you start to ask yourself these basic questions, man. Like,
yeah.
Who told you gonna tell me what I can't do with my money?
Right.
Like who gave you the water to sell it to me? Who told you own this land? You don't run nothing. And just because that's because you ain't taking care of your responsibilities. If we boil it all down, we talking about taking care of each other. The reason why you got an eyesore there is because you ain't taking care of your problem. And your problem ain't the eyesore. The problem is society and what we doing to each other, and why we're not giving everybody an equal, fair chance, a fair shot. Like I said, I used to go downtown sometimes, and everybody down there ain't just around there trying to get high. Some of them people are downtown singing, yelling, looking at stuff. Some of them really got something mental going on. They need help. Now, you sit around, the nerve of some of these people when they get a little bit of money is just like, I don't know what moral level you at now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm waiting to find out who it is. I can guarantee you they won't be voted for next time we vote. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, but I mean don't just look at it from like the mental health perspective either. With the whole closing down of businesses and stuff like that, people getting furloughed, people getting fired, people cutting costs. People are out there and they can't earn a living. And I think some people say, go ahead, move to a new state or a different location. Like, that's fine if you have money already, but if you ain't got money, you might as well stay where you are, because you're gonna be broke either way. But
that disturbs me.
Yeah, but there's like multiple parts to it. There's a lack of affordable housing, so people who can't afford houses are out on the street. And trust me, like, I know people that lived in their cars and stuff like that and talked about it all the time. It's not something that they want, but it's something they had to do, But when it comes around here, like when I got out of the military and I came to where I am now, right, the rent was like $800 a month. And by the time I had left my apartment, the rent was all the way up to $1,200 a month. And it was only 4 years. It's like 4 years and went up all the way to quadruple digits and out of triple digits. And I'm not even in Charlotte, so I can only imagine. They got to do something. You know, they're selling all this land to people and letting them do what they please, like build all these new apartments and stuff like that. But none of them are going to be affordable. None of them are going to be where people can actually go and live. You have to afford to live there. But, you know, at the same time, all the jobs in that area don't pay people enough to live there.
Yeah.
Like, there's multiple other things you could do. Like me giving people money ain't gonna hurt nothing. And if they decide to make themselves feel good, I say let them. You know, yeah, it's bad for them, but you know, if they can't get no help from you,
and they wonder why this world is going through the mental state it is now. Here's proof in the pudding, man. You're gonna put another rule on me what I need to do with my money. No, that's not how it works. This is supposed to be a free society. This is not the mothership board. This is not gonna happen. Yeah, not gonna happen at all.
Because you know, fines lead to people not paying those fines and people going to jail for those fines. So you going to jail for helping people is what it's essentially going to turn out. Because I wouldn't pay that fine. I'm not going to pay you money for me giving people money.
Yeah, let me make my list of council members here so I can go ahead and just do my little voting.
Next
pass
up.
the word along. Wow.
You're out.
Yeah, pretty much.
And tell me this, is that what y'all sitting around talking about?
Yeah.
With my money?
Yeah. Yeah,
that's what y'all sitting around doing.
That and what streets they can rip up, you know, leave unfinished for years.
Don't none of y'all ride down Badersford Road and get off that exit for Badersford Road with them humping and lumpy grits coming off that exit on the Badersford Road. And everybody know what I'm talking about. Man. That exit right there where Burger King and McDonald's right there. Yeah. Badersford Road right there, that main exit. Yeah. Getting out there, it's been like that 100. Man, it's been like that since I was a little kid. But then you go over there to the other side of town, they paving on South Park, they paving the street every other week. It looked like it's brand new.
I don't know, because you know Independence is still rough.
Yeah.
It was okay, and then they ripped up all the street, and now it's just been sitting there.
They need to take care of some of these neighborhoods. When you go to them, you can tell whether it's black or white. That's what if they want to be discussing something downtown, I shouldn't be able to go to a place in Charlotte and be able to say, I wonder what type of people live here. By them not cutting, the city don't take care of the grass around coming into the neighborhood or the streets.
Right.
The city don't come by and pick up paper. The sweeping trucks, they don't even use the sweeping trucks no more. What they just sitting around?
I don't know where your tax money went.
They're trying to handle your biggest issue, the homeless people.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I don't know where your tax money went.
Yeah.
Y'all better be doing something with that money, what you're supposed to be doing, because there's a lot of us waking up now.
Especially over the past year where these charities have been crooked. I ain't giving my money to them people.
No.
They ain't even going to see 10% of that money out there.
No. 10%.
Man,
here's a pair of holy gloves. Get out of here.
So they got you tell me they got all this money sitting somewhere like they got $10 million sitting somewhere like for the lottery. But they can't find no school bus drivers and they need teachers. You know, y'all better start paying some people some money so they can afford to live where they live. You got people that's working at a school system and got to travel away from the school system because whatever nice school system, whatever area they in, they can't afford to live there. Then you got some of these school systems, like we was talking about last week. You got some of these school systems where these kids going to these schools. These schools run down, man. You got a place. You know how you feel when you walk into the doctor's office and it's filthy, and the doctor's seat that you're supposed to sit in is dirty. You like this. You like, wait a minute. But you
time out.
one of them brand new doctor office. Well, I'm talking about you get in there. I mean, you just hear something say "ding." I mean, it's all clean and everything. It gives you a different spirit.
Yeah.
That's what we got to do for our kids, man. They should be coming into the highest tech. It should be the highest tech at a school. So a kid would be like, "Dang, I wonder what, how that works." But we not stop, man. We not stop growing mentally. You know what I'm saying? That's why I expect stupidity for people to be talking about dumb stuff like this. I expect, because we ain't growing. Like Craig said, an hour a day. Whatever you're doing, you're trying to master.
But you're complaining about the schools right now. But you know what? They found a way to fund it. They're gonna use your hobo money. That's thinking on another level.
Yeah, that's I had to look away on that one, man.
Instead of you giving the homeless some money, we gonna go ahead and hook you up. We gonna take that money for you. We gonna invest it in the schools. And my pocket.
Wow.
You know what I think of the government stuff like that. When you said that, all I could think of was a crackhead always telling you, "Man, hey, boy, I'm telling you, just give me this right here. I'm gonna hook you up. I'm telling you." Every time you give him the money, he come back, "Boy, I messed around a guy. I can't give you nothing."
Hey, that's the perfect. That's the perfect.
That's the perfect analogy.
Perfect analogy.
You know what I'm saying? You paying, you get, "Hey, man, bring me back this and this and this." Man, that crack done smoked up everything. And every time y'all sit around laughing too. "Man, sorry about that, dog. Maybe next time. Vote on this person next year. It'll change." Man.
Except they ain't got to ask you for it. They kind of just take it from you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that, a plane? Huh? Go.
Say, "Hey, Bill, ain't it payday? Give me your fucking money."
Now.
Oh,
that's crazy,
man.
ain't it?
That's crazy.
Kenny, what we got, Kenny? Talk to me. Tell me something. Tell
me something good. The new variant. Yeah, there's been talks about it. It's been escalating. And now it's working on the kids' side. 12-year-olds, young adults, 12 to 17 years old. Now this new variant's actually gone in, and basically we're starting with the kids now. What's next? I mean, we're running into diseases that are now turning into super cells, fighting everything that we create to block them. What's next? Are we gonna get a fever and just blow up? I mean, it's.
Now, do you think? Do you think that's real? Do you think that? Do you think that's real? Or
the variant?
Yeah. Do you think it's real, or do you think they're just putting it out there because now they are allowing kids of that age to get the vaccination?
That was my next point to get to.
And then they might not actually be getting the vaccination, but this is a way to drive them to get the vaccination.
You're right. I'm a visual person. Now, all these truths are out there. Where's the actual footage of these kids that are sick? Where's the parents going, my baby got sick, we need to find out, need still wear a mask? Where are those stories at? I mean, it's hard to decipher the news now when you find something on the news and it states one thing and you turn to the other channel's telling you something else totally different. So till I actually see this variant and what it's doing, I'm just gonna sit back and watch because I don't know. I don't think this thing is gone. I don't think COVID's gone. I just think it's sitting dormant. But I want a physical outlook of what's actually going on. I don't want this all of a sudden you get like 100 tents up somewhere and we have like nothing but teenagers and kids inside these tents, no adults this time because we all been vaccinated. I want proof. We have to have proof now. As a society, we need to see the physical, and we're just gonna call that a day. But we need that as a society because news now you can't tell what's real and what's not.
No, because the way they earn money is just to get your eyes on it. So they're trying to draw you to it no matter what. But I mean, if they say the variant originated in like India or was found in India, everything still comes out of China apparently.
Right.
But it said it first popped up in India, and I'm like, well, I don't know how the medical system is in India, but it's probably not that great. So maybe everything just stewed and came together and formed something different. But
yeah,
them like targeting it to an age and saying it's starting here, here, and here, and that age correlates with the age that you just released to get a shot.
Right.
It just sounds weird for me.
It does. I mean, it's like
because the next variant's going to be like from infant all the way to 12 years old.
Yeah.
And they just released a shot for those people.
Can't keep putting fear into people just to make them. I think we're being distracted from another bigger picture. I honestly do. With all this other stuff coming up, there's something going on that we're not really focusing on that we really need to start paying attention to. I mean,
well, they're using it right now to make everybody's economy turn into trash.
That's another thing. Yeah,
keeping us closed, keeping ourselves in the houses, not letting us do what the heck we want, and it's for something that's not as bad as say the flu. I mean, it's basically the same thing, but
yeah.
But I don't know. Well, like I said last time, if people want the shot, let them get the shot. They don't want the shot, leave them alone. But they ain't gonna get the shot.
Yeah.
Period. So.
Yeah. If they don't want to get the shot, it's their call.
Now, I do believe in, people always ask, they always try to do the separation thing. Well, I'm getting a shot. And then the other person be like, well, I'm not getting a shot. And they always feel like they gotta prove or point to the person why you not getting a shot. Just don't even get into that. Just let it be the person's choice. Because when you start doing, I'm telling you, you start doing that I'm gonna make you. Hey man, I'm grown, man. You ain't finna make me do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You gonna make somebody eat some tasty lead. So I mean, I'm just saying, you have to be aware. You can't. On both sides, like people be like, get a shot. Okay, let's get a shot. Okay, but if these people up in the mountains ain't never had nothing and ain't nothing wrong with them, leave them people alone. Don't start Jim Bob from now. He mad because y'all done tried to force him to get a shot. He done got his favorite rifle. He been shooting a rifle ever since he was 3, straight out the room. Boom, bang. You know what I'm saying? And now he done got the. You know what I'm saying? He in the woods and you gotta chase him. Yeah. You got trouble in your head. Don't make nobody do nothing. I'm telling you, don't do it. Just leave it alone, man. Just leave it alone. Don't poke the bear.
I totally agree. I still think it's like you said, it's a distraction. There's something bigger that's going on that we can't quite figure it out. I have a clue, but I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Hey, you know what comes next, right? They'll be like, "Oh,
zombies.
We gotta start a war. Got a war in Iraq and Afghanistan again."
Oh yeah.
Going back for another round. It's either that. It's gonna be like against China and Russia. That's what they're gearing up for right there. War.
Yeah.
Especially after that press conference from today.
Oh yeah.
Please don't, Mr. President. No.
Please don't.
What else you got, Ken?
Kids and their electronics. When is the time? Is this ever going to change for us to where we're basically leaving electronics with kids as babysitting tools, as using instead of being physical with our kids, we've given everything up to some desktops, some laptops, some portables. Kids aren't growing up the way that we grew up. What are you guys thinking about? Like making them do like once a week, no electronics, or twice a week to that factor, just to wean them away from it. Just take them outside, take them somewhere away from the house, and let them just go out and play. I think that will be a good idea as far as like getting them away from their electronical school teachers, their buddies. Because Brent, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I see it that way, but I also see a whole nother aspect. Like they're not growing up like they used to grow up, right? But at the same time, the world around us is not the same as it was back then either. Companies want you to sacrifice life, death, and limb to be there working. Can't afford good, genuine child care. And you go home, your dog tired from working a 20-hour shift. And yes, those do exist. I'm not saying that it's completely contributed to that just to make excuses, but it's something that's in the picture, right? People don't have enough time because they're out there struggling, working, trying to raise kids because it's more expensive now. Everything is skyrocketed in price, and you still got to make sure you pay for that stuff, especially for people with more than one kid. I know from my personal experience, it's rough, man. But I still find some kind of time to hang out with them. But pretty much, I go to work, come home, that starts another full-time job, and all on the weekends, kids are a full-time job. So I can understand how people could get sucked into that. But at the same time, you got to make some kind of time for your kids. You can't be there all the time.
I can understand that aspect of it.
Yeah, but that being said, even if they are on electronics, you need to watch what they're doing closely. You can't just put it on and leave it there. Because there's some bad stuff out there. People trying to target kids with some nasty stuff. So you need to make sure you watch and monitor what they're looking at.
Yeah, very important. Very important, man. That internet is like a double-edged sword. I tell people all the time.
Yeah.
And if you allow a computer, a cell phone, tablet, anything to raise your kids, man, you're gonna have problems because a kid gotta have some physical, something to balance all of that school and technical stuff. You see it today. A lot of people can't talk to people face to face. I mean, we done went from, desktop computer to tablet, and then head all the way down to a cell phone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't nobody looking up no more. Everybody too busy, man. I challenge some people out there. I challenge you. This Friday, everybody get off to work on Friday. Put your cell phone away for like 6 hours. Don't touch the cell phone. Challenge it. You know what I'm saying?
See how long you do it.
After they get off that 20-hour shift, it'd be pretty easy. They'd be asleep for about 8 hours.
Yeah,
that too. Yeah. But yeah, man, you got to get that stuff up, man. Real talk.
Yeah, I think it really just needs to come about making changes in life, like everybody coming together and making companies and stuff like that, force change upon them. Just get more time back to yourself.
Yeah.
We
all want that company you can go to like Google, and they really talk about the family, and the job is so like take care of your family, make good money so you can be at ease. You know what I'm saying? Like a job like really like they want their employees to have money too. Like we ain't stingy with it. We want y'all to get paid, so you want to come back to this motherfucker 365 times a fucking year. You know what I'm saying? Not sitting in the car ready to shoot yourself. You know what I'm saying about? So companies want companies. You know what I'm saying? Companies want things. Got to be different. I mean, I look at COVID as a good thing too. COVID has changed a lot in this country. It's not open our eyes to some stuff we don't want to talk about, but it's not open some doors we want to do. We do want to walk through. So, I look at this last couple of years, or this last year, man, being like, you either take it and eat soup, or you throw it out the window. But it's your choice what you want to do with it. So, yeah, man, yeah.
I think you're right. And trying to look into the future, like you said, it's a good and it's a bad. There's two different roads to that whole thing. One, the knowledge, it could teach you something. Two, and it's also a distraction. Right. There's a seesaw there. Distraction, teaching tool. Distraction, teaching tool. But we'll fix that. I think we're close to fixing that now anyway, because these kids are getting more. They've been so cooped up now that they want to go outside.
And see beat you up, leave you on the floor, and walk out the door. I'm going to play.
Good night, Pawpaw.
Hey man, hey, I want you both to say, hey, thank you, COVID.
Thank you, COVID. Appreciate it.
COVID done some stuff, man. I'm telling you, it's done changed the world. Like, it's done made these kids like, I don't want to look at another computer. I want to. Can I go outside and breathe the air? You know. Yeah. So yeah, you know, some of the stuff that we talking about correlating in our life, and that's changing the whole demographic of family, man.
Right.
Man, it made families that didn't really see each other. When they did see each other, man, it was like, man, thank God you're alive. You know what I'm saying? Because I got family members, they ain't make it. You know what I'm saying? So it made you kind of wake up and be really aware that, man, something killing people. You know, I know people be like, COVID ain't real, this and that, but hey, something's killing people.
Yeah.
I just want to put that out there. But yeah, man, it's not woke people up, man. It's not really woke a lot of people up.
Last but not least, real quick, movies and things. I'm not sure if you guys have checked this out. On Netflix, Love, Death, and Robots. Remember that. Love, Death, and Robots. I suggest
heard
that
the
for
second
everybody.
season ain't as good as the first season, though.
It's all depending on who you talk to. If I could do graphic design like that, I'd be a very, very rich person and important person.
Yeah.
Because I got some ideas.
I watched the first season back when they were doing that stupid thing where you didn't watch it in order, so they just pick random episodes.
Oh yeah, randoms.
So I couldn't be a fair judge of that anyway.
So let me ask you this: is it all in cartoon drawing? Is it all in that?
It's like different art styles.
But yeah, the art styles.
It wasn't like that.
Go ahead.
It wasn't like that in the beginning. It was kind of like Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, kind of. But this, I mean, the designs have gotten better. The cartoons have gotten better. They're more adult based than they are for kids. And the graphics art in some of these, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, you see characters sweating, see like glistening in their eyes when they're looking up at the sun, stuff like that. I mean, it's it's there's more to be. There's more that can be done. I'm pretty sure, especially if they had like a 3D platform. They could go.
Ooh.
They can go far with this whole thing. But looking at the graphics now, they're doing an excellent, outstanding job as far as like production and these cartoons that are coming up now. Did y'all see the picture I put in there?
All those effects, yeah, all those effects cost money. But if you ain't got the money, you can't make those effects. So what do you got to do?
That's true.
You got to make sure you hit them people up for their hobo money.
Mm-hmm. It take years to make.
Hey,
take a collection.
Give me your money. Let me.
Money.
Hey, you want to give a big shout out to who?
Oh yeah, I want to give a big shout out to. I used to coach football a couple of years ago, and I coached 5-year-olds for at least 6 years, and I went on to coach up to 15. So it was my shock that over the weekend that one of the fellows that I used to coach made championship this past weekend, and this shout out goes to Josh Watts of the Rams. They made the final. They got the big trophy, and I just want him to know that I'm proud of him and keep it up. Them boys were pretty good, man.
All right, Josh.
They were pretty good. But I was looking at the pictures.
Right,
Funny thing is, I was looking at the first picture I took of him when he first joined the team, and then like the second one. I'm not sure if you can see this. That's Josh right there in the middle of us. See
oh
that?
My goodness, man!
Well, check this out, dude. Check this out. That's Josh now. Trying to get it to focus, but it's probably not going to work.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see him.
Yeah, that's Josh right now.
Shout out to Josh.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's my special shout out.
Going back?
The real man of Jesus.
Carolina Panthers need a new coach. Go out there and get him back in the pros.
Hey, I'll do it. I'll do it. I definitely will. I know where my subtractions are. Yeah, I might go back out there and get grades.
Speech before the game. You got to get out there and score.
Get out there and score. Go eat all them donuts on that table over there and go run up and down that field.
The only way you win in football is to score touchdowns. So go out there and score more touchdowns than the other team. Go team.
Yeah. Go team. Yeah.
Curtis put on Remember the Titans. You see that? Do all that.
This is
follow the laser pointer. It's a montage. Coach, which way do I run? That was my favorite question. Which way do I run when I get the ball?
Well, what do you feel like?
Yeah.
Just let your body take you there.
Exactly. Or do I have to give the ball back? Yeah, you got to get the ball back.
Oh man, that just reminded me of the movie The Replacements, where they put that stickum on his hands. And he's like trying to get a ball back and it's stuck.
I remember that. That was cool.
My first one, man. I just got understanding myself, because I think this year too, like I've been talking about, it's like a transition. I don't know. It's like a transition year. It's like this year is like we ain't never had no COVID here. And it's gonna give a lot of people a lot of time to think, you know what I'm saying? And just trying to figure out who you is and what you really want. 'Cause we don't know. Don't none of us know how long we got here.
Yeah.
So you better start. You better either get busy living or get busy dying. Whatever you're gonna do, get out the way. But this, this I just think this year kind of is an opener for everybody to kind of take a look at themselves, figure out where they at, figure out where they want to be, and how to be happy. It ain't about all who got this and who got all the money, but just figuring out what makes you happy.
I know it makes me happy, but my job ain't gonna like it. Hey, which one of those cars is yours? All right, I ain't gonna see y'all next week. Have a good weekend.
Deuces. You playing We're Not Gonna Take It on the loudspeaker.
Yeah. Through a little Sony Walkman too.
Yeah. That's crazy, dude.
All right. So we sure do appreciate everybody for stopping in to the show. We done had a blast today, man. A blast today, talking about everything from how you're feeling, how the world is changing, and some important stuff just in just understanding about yourself. We sure do appreciate you.
Yeah.
For my co-host Kenny McKoy, Craig. We just want to thank everybody. Drop us some likes. Let's drop us some comments.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything, Craig?
No, man. Time to go get some Caribbean food.
All
right.
Y'all done talked to me into it. That's why I'm going for Friday.
That's where you better be going. That's where all the people celebrate Juneteenth's gonna be. If they ain't got no Caribbean food, they don't need to be celebrating no Juneteenth.
You know what that means? They ain't got no Caribbean food. You know what that means?
Just go to this door. Y'all got Caribbean food in here. And I'm out.
Hey, let it be one of them doors that's hard to control because you got a lot of air. Yeah, I'm out. Yeah.
Y'all ain't got no plantains, nothing.
You know how you gonna pay for it?
Out.
Pay for it with your hobo money.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Dang. And you gotta pay for it with your hobo money.
Yeah, that's what New America wants from you. They want you to eat that Caribbean food and buy it with your hobo money.
Wow.